Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we have returned with the quarterfinals. We're still not quite at the qualifying match yet, but we did an update from the upper half of the brackets. We have our first qualified player. Estrella took down Mana 2-1, and Estrella is the first player from this qualifier to make it to the main event, to make it to Americas Coliseum 8. Congratulations to Estrella. Best of luck to all others that are going to be trying once again during the global qualifier. But here we are to determine who is going to be the next player to make it to that qualifying spot, because spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our German Terran player, the Red Terran representing Mouse. It is HeRoMaRinE. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent tying up the series as we are tied up 1-1. We're here in the ace match. We have the German Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Of course, this is going to be a bet for this game, for this one game on Ultra Love. We're tied up 1-1. They just had a banger of a match on Abyssal Reef. Went the distance. Alas, Lambo was able to pull Gabe apart. But now we're loading into a much smaller map. We're going to be loading into a smaller map, very defendable map as well, on 2, 3, and 4 bases. We'll see how our players do approach this. I'm ready. I'm excited. Bearing in mind as well, this is a game that is very much so in form. Over the weekend, during the course of Home Story Cup, what did Gabe do? He made it to the playoffs. He took down Rainer. Took down Rainer in the group stage in a best of 3. Very impressive. Crazy upset did occur. It meant that Rainer was not able to make it into or out of the group stage or into the playoffs. Rainer was denied that thanks to Gabe. Thanks to this player here. And mate, if you can take down Rainer, you can take down most, if not all, other Zerg players out there. So we'll see if Lambo can do what Rainer could not. Oh boy. I mean, we're already here in the ace match. It's already been quite close. And we'll see how this ends. See how this story ends so far. Hatch gas pool, standard opener. So far so good. Queens are on the way, Lings are on the way, and soon to be a third base expansion as well. From the side of Gabe, I'm curious how he does follow this up. Do we open up aggressively? Do we open up economically? Do we see a third CC? Do we go for a 2-1-1? Do we go for a 1-1-1? My eyes are on Gabe as we do throw down the factory. Factory has been placed. No second racks. Reaper gets across the map, dancing with the Lings. Cool prod. Dancing with the army. So far, just shaving off one Ling and will be forced back by the Queen. It's going to be forced back. Third CC's on the way, so HeRoMaRinE going for an economic opener. 3 CC before Starport, and this can lead into Banshee play. So it's really safe play so far here by Gabe. Again, when it comes to the intricacies of the openers of Game 1, we missed out on them, or Game 1 and Game 2. So I'm not entirely certain as to how Lambo's been opening it, but oh my god, that's a fast Roach Warren! Very fast Roach Warren hidden here behind the main base mineral line. Cheeky move by Lambo. He's going for a Roach Rush. Is going for a Roach Rush. This doesn't have to be an all-in. This could just be like a, this could be a 4 to up to even 9 Roach move out to apply pressure, to take control of the natural, and to get ahead economically. Or this could just be the beginning of an all-in. But there's no link speed, so there's no link flood behind this. So no link speed from Lambo. It should just be a handful of Roaches, some of them morphing into Ravagers as well, and we'll see what Lambo can get done. So now he's joining up. Getting to his third. Roach Warren has completed, and the Roaches are on the way. Again, I'm imagining, between 4 to 6 Roaches. Speaking of, we're building up that Roach count. Getting up to 6. Do we go up to 9? Just 6. Okay. 6 Roaches here from Lambo. Bearing in mind they can be morphed into Ravagers as well, and he's going for that 6 Roach move out. And he's running up behind him. Meanwhile, Gabe hunting down the Overlord will get one. Not bad supply blocking Lambo. That will deny any further Ravagers as one Ravager is morphing in. Just the one. Gabe, unfortunately, did miss the Roach move out. Roaches are pushing to the center, and HeRoMaRinE, Big Gabe, he has no idea. Does not spot the army. And the Hellions are not quite in position. This natural base is looking exposed. How many SCV kills so far? Gets 1, gets 2, denies the depots. Trying to catch out the Hellions as well. Damage. 5 SCVs. Marines, they do respond to Hellions. They do get caught out. At least one of them does. Nice stepping forward here by Gabe. He just takes down the roaches. Gonna lose 7 up to 8 SCVs, but he holds. And again, so far a good start by Lambo. Lambo, he keeps most of the army alive. It was 6 roaches, so he lost 2. 2 roaches went down for 8 SCVs. That is a good trade for the Zerg player. And from here, Lambo can just drone. Remember, this was just initial pressure. It was aggression, not an all-in. He's getting ahead economically. And now it's going to be on Big Gabe to counterattack with his drop play. Stim is done. He has a Metamax, and he's to get some damage done. He's moving out. He's looking for queens, drone kills more importantly. He wants to do some damage to the economy of Lambo to slow him down while he recovers. We'll see if he can. Making his way towards the main. Spore is in position. Queen as well. The queen is going to be targeted down. Nice pickup. Gets a queen. Gets a roach. But he doesn't get the mineral line. As the Metavacs have to pick up, have to get the hell out of here. And Lambo holds. Lambo does hold on. Nicely done. Saturating his bases, taking his gases. And he will turn back around. Does turn back, getting his third up and running. But Lambo, he's on a pretty healthy economy. He's up to, what, 3-way saturation, even more than that, up to 72 workers. Quite comfortable here, building up. And Gabe is still licking his wounds back at home, and he won't be moving out, at least not with a committed move out without his upgrades. I'm sort of referring to 1-1. 1-1 is still on the way. He can go for drop play, but, oh, does he commit with the tanks? Bold move. Yeah, bold move here by Gabe. Very risky, but in this kind of gameplay, he has to take a risk. He does need to take a risk. He is moving out. Lambo is droning. Uh-oh. Lambo's droning up. He does have an army to work with, but not too much, actually. Balin is still on the way. Yeah, Gabe, he does arrive. Stims in. Files they don't quite connect. Tank shots going up. Yeah, massive tank shots here on the roaches. And does Gabe have enough? Up! Avoids the vials. Takes down the Ravagers. And the tank barely gets extra shots off as well. Gabe is going to be forced back, but he does trade with the Roach Ravager. Forces out the army, but at least Lambo saves the economy. As Lambo, he holds. He does hold on. He shuts down the army. Just has the tanks, the buy. Oh! Medevac barely does escape. And that was a better trade for the Zerg. Again, Lambo, he saved every worker. He lost 2 drones. True. 2 workers did go down, but he can drone up to 80. He can drone up to 80 plus workers. Lambo, his economy is booming. But HeRoMaRinE does rotate. Oh, gets the mineral line. That's going to be 3 workers going down and a gas geyser. Not bad. Some damage is dealt. Lambo working towards his hive. The hive is done. Embracing Lingbane. Gabe's still building up. Creeps spreading across the map, connecting the bases, getting all the way towards a third of Gabe. And with that hive of Vipers are on the way. Ay. Vipers, Ultra Cavern. Again, Lambo, he has a pretty solid economy at this point. Did lose some drones earlier, which has stopped him from getting up to 80, but still solid nonetheless. And the pressure is still on the Terran. That's still on Gabe. So we'll move out. Bailing's rolling in. Ooh, massive connections on the Marines. Oh my, yeah, the splits are not good enough. The Marines go down. The tanks as well. And Lambo, he breaks the army. The medevacs do survive, but barely anything else. More medevacs being targeted down. And behind this, Lambo is remaxing on Lingbane. Okay, we just can't gain any ground here. Not over these bridges, not over these narrow choke points. Likewise, Lambo can't get past either, but he doesn't want to. As Lambo's just buying time to get into Ultras and to get into his upgrades. It's all just about holding the line here. Okay, working towards his fourth. Fourth CC's on the way. Rotating over, looking for another way in. Ultra production has begun. And Gabe is going for a split push. Does have a medevac being sent towards the northern base. Towards the fourth. Meanwhile, Lambo coming in from behind. Yeah, we'll get on top of the tanks. Forced on siege, one tank goes down. The others are picked up. Going for the power bomb. Medevac's getting low, getting very low. Oh no! The power bomb! Oh! Gets one! Almost two. Two, yeah, there we go. Two medevacs go down. Drop towards the north. Mineral line is exposed. No queens, no nothing. And Gabe, he's fighting back. Gets 6 drones. Does get 6 workers, but Lambo's maxed. Lambo, he's maxed out. And he does want to counterattack. He has 3 ultras. Good amount of Link Bane. Threatening a dive in the army. Pushing forward. It does get on top of the Marines. Massive Baneling connections here on the Bio Army. Does Lambo have enough to keep pushing? He does. Yeah, the tanks are exposed. And he can from here go for the mineral line. Goes for the third expansion, pushing to the natural as well. SCBs are falling. And again, Gabe was doing quite well over the weekend in Home Story Cup and even here in this qualifier as well. But Lambo, he fights back. GG gets called and Lambo will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the qualifying match. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, Lambo. He will take it. Will take the series. Very impressive stuff coming into this. I would have favored Big Gabe 100%, especially after Home Story Cup. But maybe, you know, he doesn't have that Home Story Cup buff anymore. You know, he doesn't have those Los Chelas inside him, not like previously. And with that, Lambo will take it this time instead. What I appreciate, though, is it shows that these two players are still quite competitive with each other. Especially, I mean, I do appreciate here from Lambo just because Lambo has been less active as of late. We spoke about this previously, but Lambo, he hasn't been competing as much recently. Hasn't been competing, hasn't been playing, did take a break, especially post EWC, and only recently came back to competitive play. Recently came back. Home Story Cup was like his first big event returning. I think before that he did play in a Big Brain Bouts for the Basilisk show matches. I think that was his proper return, then into Home Story Cup, and yeah, with that qualifying match, not bad hit by Lambo whatsoever. GG, well played. And that means we have our final series getting ready for us. Here we go. It's going to be a TvZ between Spirit and Lambo. Here we go. As a reminder, I said it earlier, but we already have our first qualified player. That is Estrella. Estrella, the American Protoss, did qualify for the main event, which means we do have some NA representation in the Masters Coliseum. Do love to see it. But the question becomes, who's going to be the European representative? Either Spirit or Lambo. It'll be one. Will be one of them. As a reminder as well, it's going to be a best of 3. It will be a best of 3, not a best of 5. These are all best of 3s, even the qualifying matches, which is brutal. It's very cutthroat. One wrong misstep, one wrong mistake, and it'll cost you a game. It'll cost you a series. So very unforgiving format here. Purely best of 3s, single elimination. Oh boy.